We are blessed with another Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen rivalry matchup as Kansas City flies to Buffalo to take on the Bills in Week 11. My name is Tyler, here with my brother Ryan, and we're going to break down this Week 11 matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills and provide our predictions at the very end of the video. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment. Let us know who you think will win this game and why. We're trying to get to 100 new subscribers for this Week 11 prediction videos, and any help is greatly appreciated. Ryan, that being said, Chiefs are coming into this matchup here undefeated, still somehow, especially too after barely beating their division rival in the Denver Broncos in a hard-fought game. Wasn't the prettiest game, I would say, but hey, a win is a win, absolutely. And the Bills, they went into Indianapolis, took care of business against the Colts, and now get to host the Chiefs, who and they're wanting revenge. Like the whole city is wanting revenge on the Chiefs after Kansas City went in there last year and beat Buffalo shockingly in the playoffs. Ryan, I want to throw it over to you. We were talking about this a little bit before, but what do the Bills have to do to come out victorious and give the Chiefs their first loss of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Broncos kind of laid the blueprint today. So just kind of following up with what they've done. The one thing is, we'll have to track the status of Xavier Worthy. I saw he got banged up on a throw by Patrick Mahomes. So I'm not sure if he came back in or not. But this Bills team, I think, is set up really well. They run the football really well. There's not one guy to really focus in on. To me, the biggest thing is, can Josh Allen limit the mistakes, and can the Bills defense capitalize on the mistakes of the Chiefs? Patrick Mahomes this season in particular has not been as sharp as he has been in the past. And I feel like throughout the first 9 games, there has been opportunities in every single game for defenses to force takeaways. At one point, like 6 or 7 games through the season, he had thrown more picks than touchdowns. And so there's definitely been an interesting trend there also. And I even go back to Justin Simmons, the now Falcon safety, but they asked him one interesting fact about playing against Patrick Mahomes. He's like, he's definitely good. He's actually going to throw you a couple opportunities. He's like, you just have to take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to be interesting to see if the Bills can do that. This is a pretty opportunity. They capitalize on opportunities very well in this Sean McDermott defense. They're pretty stout up front, I believe, also, and they get after the passer pretty well. So this is a tough matchup for Kansas City. But yeah, I just think get after Patrick Mahomes, force turnovers, have Josh Allen limit his mistakes, and I think it'll be another really classic Kansas City Buffalo game.
Yeah, this is going to be it's going to be unique too, because like a couple of years ago, the Buffalo Bills Kansas City Chiefs matchups that we're used to seeing is like the 38-35, like high scoring, like
Yeah,
crazy touchdown, explosive plays. And this game is going to be almost the exact opposite. It's going to be like old school football with the way the Bills are built. Is as they're definitely more that run first team, kind of run through James Cook, and at the same time too, if it's they say a run, like Josh Allen is such an effective runner with his legs. Like he can do roll out passes, but he's been much smarter with the ball this year and taking the ball and running. So I think that's going to be something very effective against this Chiefs team, who's ranking 21st overall in rushing yards allowed. Oh, sorry, that's their offensive. Sorry, they're 21st in offensive rushing yards, and so sorry, I was looking at the wrong slide here. So they're actually second in rushing defense. So it's going to be very fun to see how this Bills rushing offense, which is one of the better ones in the league, goes up against the Kansas City Chiefs rushing defense, which is only giving up 75 rushing yards per game. Let me make sure I got all the numbers. Yep, all the numbers that are in there correctly. The Bills are 16th in rushing yards allowed as well. So, but that being said, though, they've used the rushing game a lot to open things up, and they've been more efficient. I feel like throwing the ball through Khalil Shakur, Keon Coleman, who I don't believe he played today, actually. I need to go back and double check, but he's been doing well. And then they've had Matt Collins, Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid. That's an injury to watch as well. He left the game with a knee injury. So I have to kind of make sure that he'll be able to go for this Bills team. But it's going to be about taking care of the football, running well against this Kansas City team, and keep Patrick Mahomes off the clock, off the field. But at the same time, though, too, to your point, this Bills defensive line, though, and this front seven, I've always thought has been kind of one of the better front sevens in the league, very opportunistic. And the secondary has played well also, thanks to a lot of the Bills commenters who've kind of been informing us a little bit more on the stats, some performance as well. Taron Johnson, he had a pick 6 today. It's a Taylor Rapp. He's another guy that had an interception. Rosal Douglas, and they've got Terry Bernard back, and I think too is Matt Milano.
I believe Matt Milano was on season-ending IR, but I could be wrong.
Okay, double check us on that. But and then even to then DeMar Hamlin, he's been playing pretty well also. So all levels of this Bills defense has been playing well, and that has been kind of a bugaboo for this Chiefs team. And even as we saw today, was the Denver Broncos defense, and they're good on all levels of the defensive line. On the defense, they really made it difficult for Mahomes and this offense to move the ball down the field. It's going to be a very rowdy environment up in Buffalo. They're really going to want to win. And I think it would. I think also too, Josh Allen and the team. I think they would love to absolutely give the Chiefs their first loss of the season.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. And also, I don't know if I said this already. Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman were both out.
Yes,
they were both inactive today. So that'll definitely be interesting to watch going forward. Let's get into predictions here. I'll kick it off. I'm going to go with Buffalo. They're a really good home team. I do think that this Chiefs team, it just feels like they're kind of due for a loss. Like the Tampa Bay game, that was a really, really close call against a really banged up Tampa Bay team. They should have lost today if they didn't have anytime you block especially like not a long field goal, like it was like 37 yards or something, or 42 yards. It's a little lucky. And so they should have lost today. And I just feel like they're kind of due for a loss.
Well, and even to kind of build off that these past couple of weeks, even too, they went into Las Vegas and only won by a touchdown. That was kind of a grinded out type game as well. Even though I'd say that they're a little bit more in control. I would say that I might give them credit, but I'm with you also. I think just the way Buffalo has been playing, I think they've played more efficient. Even to they had their little tough spell where they had to figure some things out after their Buffalo loss and their Houston loss. But since then, though, I think they've been on a good roll. They have been fortunate, I would say, of a fairly easy schedule kind of up to this point. That this is going to be their toughest game in probably a month, I would say. But that being said, though, I just feel like that I think that they're playing good ball, and at the same time, too, I think the Chiefs are kind of due for this loss. This is also going to be the last game for the Bills before they go into their bye. So I think they're going to want to go out on a high note. So they want to have everybody healthy. It's going to be a very rowdy environment. I think it's just going to be a tough victory for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on the road. So I'm going to go with the Bills here as well.
Yeah, I'll say 23-16. I think it'll just be like a touchdown game, but it's going to be a very defensive heavy. I just think the Bills are going to be able to eke this one out. So let's go ahead. We'll wrap it up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. It is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead. Will it be the Kansas City Chiefs? Will it be the Buffalo Bills? And on that, we'll see you guys next time.